you. Welcome. Welcome to the second FAHn interview of the, oh, here they are. Hello. Oh, there they are, but there's no audio. They're connecting to audio. There's Foil.
How are you? All right.
Hi.
Nice to see you.
Nice to see you.
Get into the mics here. Yeah, boys, whenever you're ready. Lads are coming in now. Just getting their stuff together. We had to it's worked out quite well because we haven't used any of this equipment in so long.
Yeah.
Update the computer for probably 4 months worth of computer updates and all the mad stuff, and then bits that went missing. So it seems to be working though. I
just watched the Christmas live stream from 2021 where there are 3 takes.
Oh yeah.
That was
we've learned a lot.
Okay.
We've got better. Yeah. We've improved.
Yeah.
Sure, man. And then I remember when I bought the new equipment, everyone was blaming the new equipment. I was like, it's definitely not the new equipment. And it wasn't. It wasn't. It was the settings for the live stream. I was like, everyone's turning on me. This is...
Come on, thing. Are we all plugged in here?
Yes.
All right. Can I hear you, Barbara? Are you there?
Yep, I'm here.
Hey, how's it going?
So you have your volume controls, boys, here if you want to change them.
Yeah.
2 microphones. Sweet.
Oh, sorry. Yeah, hear me just talking into thing. Can't wait to spill this coffee.
Oh, yeah. Oh, no. Food and drinks should be banned from in here.
It should be.
Well, first I wanted to say thank you.
Microphones plugged in. Microphones on. Yeah, okay.
Whatever.
I wanted to say thank you for doing this. I know you all are incredibly busy.
Yeah, no worries. Actually,
yeah, it's been a nuts out time, but sorry we had to put you off.
Foil told me it was the New York Times, so
yeah, it is.
And that's kind of the only reason I came in. I'm kidding.
Well, that's great because I've got a question about the Irish Times.
Oh yeah.
Right. Before we kick it off, Barbara, I should say we could probably give you half an hour if that's okay, just because we got to figure out that we can still live stream before this 3 o'clock thing.
Yeah, that's fine.
Perfect.
That's fine. Yeah. So I will jump right in then.
Jump right in.
Questions. So I watched all the live streams in preparation for this.
God,
so I've got tons of questions.
Wow.
But hey, maybe we could do this again sometime. So down the line. So my first question is about the April 8th, 2021 live stream, and Arms was talking about offensive sketches that you all did at your first writers retreat.
Oh yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
We're in Cork. Yeah.
Yes.
Probably.
So he said that it was bad comedy. And I'm curious what you all think are on your range of sketches or like your humor, what bad comedy or offensive sketches would be for you.
What we think is bad comedy today, like?
No. Like for you all, what would have been, like, why did you call it offensive? Or why did you say it was bad comedy?
I think it's probably just you don't have the skill to make a point subtly, a tricky point that might
you go for the easy.
Yeah.
You're not.
There's no subtlety to it, so it just kind of doesn't land,
Okay.
and then it kind of, the only other conclusion is that kind of offense. Like the only way I can describe it is if you're ever hanging around with your friends and you're in really good form and they're in really good form, and you say something to them that's a bit close to the bone and everyone laughs. Now everybody has had instead of 8 hours sleep has had 2 hours sleep, and you say the same thing, and you don't deliver it with the same level of joy, and they don't receive it with anywhere near the same level of joy. So everyone's just kind of a bit pissed off. So that's kind of basically
Ill judged.
You just kind of, over the years, you just develop a way or a skill in trying to deliver certain kind of jokes that might be a bit close to the bone,
Right.
so that people can enjoy them rather than be hurt by them.
Great. All right. Shall we just crack on to the next one?
You're the boss. Sure. You tell us. You're
so,
running the ship.
I have a quote for you. This is from Arms again.
I'm out.
It So in the 2014 Irish Times article, Arms wrote that we pack extra socks, fewer condoms, and more vitamins for the Fringe. So what's changed?
What's a
Now,
great example
how
of
do you-
ill-judged
How do you
offensive humor?
how do you survive? How do you survive the Fringe after all these years? What do you do to make it through performing every single night?
We write the show earlier
Yeah.
in the year.
Yeah.
Most of the stress that comes from Edinburgh is that because the show is not written, the show is never written. Even this year it wasn't written, but it was the most it's ever been written. So we had to do the
Right.
least amount of work in Edinburgh, and it's usually those first 2 weeks in Edinburgh where we're desperately rearranging the show, taking out sketches, putting in sketches in the past that has absolutely destroyed us. So we're so tired. There's no break, and then the last 2 weeks are just you're just gone. You've bottomed out with your energy. But this year was an awful lot easier. Like we had written more. It's still not finished. I don't think we
Yeah.
consider our show done yet, but
But it's enough to be a show.
it's enough to be a show,
Yeah.
and
That
it's
we're
just
happy
going to
with.
slowly progress as we do it in
Yeah.
front of live audiences and learn about it.
Better and better.
I think we only did 5 serious days,
In
5 or
Edinburgh,
6 on it. This
serious days,
like
yeah.
big days that were like took the whole day.
Yeah, was it just 5?
Yeah, something like that.
Five, like
I remember us going, oh god, when are we going to finish this? And I was like, lads, it's only Sunday.
Yeah.
Like we
Yeah.
usually go for 2 weeks doing this, but
Okay.
it's just not possible anymore.
Like this year we went and we knew it was going to be an hour long. We knew all the sketches that were going to be in it. Every other year we were like, oh, this sketch might not make it. And then a weekend you're like taking a sketch out, putting a different one in. The show is running 40 minutes. Sometimes it's running 50. Sometimes it runs an hour. This year it was a lot more controlled.
Do you feel like you maybe even take better care of yourselves at this point in your life? I mean, just on a basic level to survive that?
Yeah, but we don't share a
in
bed
terms
anymore
of-
for Edinburgh, me and Arms. So that's helped my
That's the first
the hygiene levels for me anyway have gone through the roof now thanks to that. But yeah, definitely.
I'm not getting as many massages. But
we as the venues went up in size and the audiences went up in size, we slowly got better and better accommodation, which has helped a lot.
Yes, it's
Yeah.
better sleep.
Better sleep.
Mhm.
Yeah.
and as well, like I eat more vegetables now than I used to. I just didn't. I just
Yeah.
used to have vitamin tablets, and
Is a bowl
Pasta.
of dry pasta doesn't count as a
yeah, that's what
vegetable?
I did for years. Yeah, yeah.
Oh, you carb loaded for
I just-
1 year. He got obsessed about carb loading. It was just
We were-
hocus pocus he was in at the time. Guys, you got a carb load for these gigs. You know, you're losing so many calories when you're doing the show.
You know, I'm still doing that. I just don't talk about it anymore.
And we're all very thankful.
Yeah, exactly.
Yes, you come up
I
with a
just don't have.
buzzword like
I just
that.
have my audience. It's not my. You're not my audience. I moved on.
He goes down to the gym.
Yeah.
The bodybuilder's a big carb load.
Yeah,
Like, what are you
burning
lifting,
it
man?
off.
I'm just doing an Edinburgh show, dude.
Whoa, hardcore.
Yeah.
Whoa.
Good. Okay, great. So I have a question for Hog.
Yes, please. Yes.
The monk song I find to be really amazing, and I timed your. So I'm so sorry, and it was
yeah.
35.8 seconds.
In what, the DVD, was it?
Yeah, the live show
The live show on
on Patreon.
Okay, yes. So the one filmed in Vicar Street, I presume.
It's the only one
Yes.
filmed, I think.
Yeah.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
Of course it is. Yes. Okay,
Yeah.
I get you. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
So I just was wondering if you trained for that, or if you just can do that naturally. And I wondered if you, because the last interview I asked both Arms and Foyle about their music abilities and their skills, and I wondered if you could talk a little bit about sort of your musical background. In one of the live streams, you said you were in choirs for 6 to 8 years. So I just
Yeah, I think I just have big lungs, relatively speaking. I'm a small man with big lungs. I
Your
think.
lungs go right out to your elbows, actually. It's sort of unusual.
Yeah, they filter down.
Yeah.
So they so when I breathe, I have to use my elbows.
Yeah,
like this.
they used to call you Bellows Flanagan.
Yeah.
No, I think it's a relatively big lungs for a small man. Like Duck has a massive spine, but short legs.
It's so weird that you
Yeah.
said spine and not back. It just got so specific. It sounded weird. What
I
is
imagine
it?
it like
An
a
abnormally
spinal
large spine.
He's really intelligent, like a spinal cord, or like
Yeah.
alien or something.
Or he's got no spine whatsoever.
Yeah.
His
But
character.
But a long back.
Yeah, he's got a long back and a short. So I think that I can swim underwater for a very long time as well.
Oh yeah, you can.
It's just something that I have not trained for. It just comes naturally, and
Yeah.
there it is. So that's no training, no just hand it.
I
Hand it
actually
these stupid
have seen you
large lungs.
breathe underwater.
Yeah,
He's
he's
sort of
smart.
I mean,
Gil slapped.
I didn't mention it at the time.
I
It
wasn't
didn't seem-
sure. Yeah,
Yeah.
that's interesting.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, the thing is that skill, I mean, people train for that, Hog. You realize that. I mean, you know that.
No, like free divers and stuff like that. Yeah.
Well,
Yeah.
and also for singing that kind of note. I mean, that's, you know,
Just singing along. No, it's a bit boring though, really, isn't it?
That's amazing.
It's
it's very impressive.
hilarious.
I'm very surprised that any people are impressed by that, to be honest.
Well, it's not just like impressive because it's long. It's impressive because it's hilarious, as in it's like full commitment.
Yeah.
There's no
Yeah.
joke for 38. What is it? 0.7
Yeah,
seconds.
38.5 or something.
Yeah, he's just gonna sit there and do
Yeah.
the same thing over and over.
Or
again.
it's one word. He said one short word
I
and
suppose,
over the course of
Yeah.
40 seconds.
Yeah.
It's a very strange experience. I'm just staring at you, and then they start laughing. I'm like, really, I don't know what they're laughing at.
Yeah,
But I don't see you guys enjoying it, and I just keep on going for as long as I can. Sometimes I miss the mark, and I'm like, there's another. I have to finish the musical phrase before I hit the sorry, and I'm
Yeah. You
Sometimes,
die.
yeah. So I gotta time it right.
Yeah, you just run out the odd time. Yeah, yeah.
Well, I think it's really impressive. I love that sketch. All right,
thank
so I'm going to move on quickly to Thursdays.
Mhm.
So I want to talk a little bit about Thursdays. You probably haven't seen, but I wrote a little article about your track record with Thursdays.
Okay.
Because in a 2015 sketch, Festival Knob, Arm says that you produce a sketch every Thursday, but actually you didn't do that until 2016. And I went through all your YouTube sketches. I didn't touch Facebook or any of the other social media sites, but in 2015, you published 33 sketches and only 21 were on Thursdays.
Oh,
And
really?
Oh yeah, we did Tuesdays, didn't we? So we did 2 in 1 week for a while.
But are some of them
you
gone?
did
Some of them are
every
gone as well.
day
Some of them
for
are removed,
years.
though.
Yeah,
Every day. You even published on the weekends.
Oh, we were trying all
So
sorts of
I'm
stuff, yeah.
just curious about Thursdays. Like, why Thursdays? Why did that end up being the day? Because now you say Comedy Sorted every Thursday.
Mm.
Yeah.
A
So
lot of
that's
people have
part
asked
of
us,
your
haven't they?
brand.
I'm curious. I
I'm-
have
yeah.
a question. I have a question.
Yeah.
So 2016 is when we began the every Thursday. Is
Yes.
that right? And you're
Yes.
sure about that, and that it's not just that some videos have been removed and can't be
Oh,
found on our YouTube?
No, I knew some had been removed.
Okay.
But so in 2016, I think you had 46 sketches that you put out, and you had 45 Thursdays. One sketch landed on a Friday.
Mhm. But we
And
were still doing one a week, even in 2015, were we? They
You
were
were
just
always
coming out on
doing one a
different
week.
days.
You're always doing one a week, but
Huh.
there was a haphazard
when
nature
did that
in
start, though?
publication.
What I want to know is like, oh, we've been doing this for this many years. We didn't
Yeah.
fail
Was
because
it-
we haven't missed.
Was it 2015 where do you think we started doing one a week, Barbara? Do you know that?
Oh no, you were, yeah, I mean, I'd have to go back and look, but then there are missed sketches, and there's been arguments in the fandom about this, so you know, because I know, as Hog said, that you've taken ones off YouTube.
Yeah.
So I can't, obviously I don't have any behind the scenes, so I can't account for.
Well, clearly
What
someone has
you've
dropped the
taken
ball
off.
in terms of ledger and notes taking.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Well, what it's on Thursday? I don't know why we picked Thursday. Can you remember?
I think
Well, we had a big long conversation. Remember, we were like, well,
Yeah.
what would be the best time? And then
we were
just-
ruling out. I think we ruled out the weekend pretty quickly.
Yeah, because
There was just
people-
nobody online.
No,
And
no one's
then-
stuck on their phone.
Friday was gone as well because everyone's gone to the pub after
Yeah.
work.
Mhm.
Um,
It's because it started
we
with
wanted
Ireland.
I think we wanted like the end of the week where people like were in good humor. That's what I remember.
Right.
Mm.
Like kind of a time around the end of the week when people were like, oh, they would want to watch comedy early in the morning. And
Yeah.
figured like not Monday. I mean, maybe Monday's perfect.
Well,
for
we-
live
Maybe
yeah.
Monday's way better.
We
do
found
Monday
out
as well.
we found out quite quickly afterwards through analytics, a couple of years after that Thursday is not the best time for our fans. And then the argument was, well, it's in everyone's head now that we do it on Thursday.
Mm.
why risk changing it
Yeah,
for a
definitely.
time that the analytics say is better,
Yeah.
and just keep it as what it's been
Yeah.
working? But I'm sure like if we got like a social media like team involved, they would change that. That'd be the first thing they change.
But we also got lucky as well, because this was not the intention of it. But when we started to use the videos to sell our live shows, Thursday was payday in Ireland.
Oh yeah.
So
Oh.
I don't know what it is in the rest of the world, but when we were starting to sell our shows, Thursday was payday. So you getting people
Yeah.
at least once a month. You're getting them on a good day, you know.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
You get a notification from your bank that there's money in it. You get a notification that there's a Foot Hampton Hog video out.
exactly.
It's
So
perfect. And then you associate the two together in your mind. Positive
Yeah.
reinforcement.
if you're asking people to part with their money, you know, it's better to do it on a day when they've got lots of it.
Yeah.
So that's my follow-up question then would be about how did you choose to who was going to do the comments? Because from what I can tell, Arms has been pretty consistent all the way along with doing the comments. And so my question would be, how did you choose who was going to do that? And then Arms, how do you manage this? Because you're you're there all the time, and you're now responding to people in German. So, you're dealing with 3 social media sites, you're dealing with 2 languages.
I mean, there's only a few German comments, to be fair, but sometimes they catch me at like 5 minutes past 8, and I'm like, I can't think right now. I'll come back to it.
You just could have started doing it. We
it,
never
sure.
actually assign any jobs, really. It's mostly just someone takes it upon themselves to do something, and that's how stuff gets done.
Yeah.
So just you wanted to do the comments, and the other 2 said, "Hey, that's great."
I think what happened was it like as well for a while we didn't write comments. We just used to put up the video.
Yeah.
And then kind of well, that was just a bit like,
I would imagine you did some research that
yeah.
said if the comments are buzzing.
Yeah, but it wasn't just that though. That's definitely part of it. There was another comedian who was responding to all of their fans, and it looked really nice. And I was like, oh my god, like that's a way better way to treat people.
Mm-hmm.
You know, like I won't mention who it is now because they actually got cancelled. But they were replying to all of their fans.
Nice.
Yeah. They were replying to all their fans and everything, and it looked really nice. I was like, oh, geez, that's a really like nice way to, I don't know, to do. I just didn't think.
In hindsight, maybe sinister.
Yeah, possibly.
Okay.
But then just kind of like somebody needs to be honest. The truth is, somebody needs to be up at 8 a.m. to make sure everything goes out.
Yeah.
It's no good all of us waking up at 10 a.m. and going, oh, where's the video? Because there'll be no one comment. There'll be no business there if we're all, if it, you need to be there, because once every few months it does not appear for some reason. So,
but people love it. They say it in the queue. They're like, oh, it's so nice.
Yeah, but it's really nice. I really look forward to it now because I get to know the faces and all the people, and there's even running gags going every week and stuff. So it's a bit of crack.
Yeah, and now you've met your fans. I mean, last year when I interviewed you, Hogg and Foyle said it was weird to have fans or to even say the word fans. And here you are. I mean, you have a pretty international fandom, and now people are traveling around to see you at a million shows. So
yeah, it's crazy, isn't it?
Yeah,
it's nuts. Like we were like with their
fans. I have no fans. I don't have any fans. No, I won't believe it. I can't get these off.
Yeah, it was so mad doing those European tours that we just have come back from, because like we were like, okay, finally, we can, they don't have to fly into Dublin. We'll fly out to them and we'll meet them at the shows. And then there was some people who came to like all 3 of the shows in the weekend. You know, like what is going on? It's amazing support, like kind of incredible. Yeah, now we're getting to recognize them at all the shows, and yeah, it's mad. They were bringing their families. We've met their families. Like
yeah.
So it's it's nuts, nuts.
So I'm curious how you got Deirdre O'Kane to work with you, because I don't think people realize what a total icon she is, and how amazing she is, and how phenomenal. And I hope everybody goes and watches Moon Boy and all of her stand up and anything else with her in it, because she is amazing. And I feel like that particular sketch never has gotten its just due. So I'm gonna plug it right now.
All right. Yeah, it's a pity when you bring someone in, you really want the sketch to take off for them.
Mostly it does, but
Yeah.
there's a few examples where it doesn't go. I mean, that's a lot.
I mean, how did you manage that? Do you have some kind of like back inside? I mean, I was so impressed when I saw her on screen. I was like, I was at a moment,
Yeah. Well, she just got back into stand-up, a few years ago now at this age, obviously, but she got back into it. So then we were all of a sudden on the circuit with her.
Yeah.
And seeing her all the time and got to know her a little bit. And then we were like, yeah.
Did we actually, I can't remember, maybe one of you guys did, it wasn't me anyway, kind of. I think you did maybe ask her kind of in a few years.
I've known her since from drama school.
Yeah.
There's been a connection there since the very beginning. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
It's actually your mom, isn't it?
She's your mom. It is my mom. Yeah.
Deidre Kane's your mum.
Yeah.
Oh,
I knew there was a reason why she agreed to do the sketch.
no way.
Yeah, but she didn't want Hog in it.
Yeah. That's mad, isn't it?
My mom was very beautiful.
Okay.
All right.
What's wrong with that?
How did the baby sketch come about?
The baby sketch.
Baby sketch.
Yeah.
Oh, the first one, the one in the nappies.
Yes, the one. No, the one in not the original one on stage, but the one that you filmed.
When we were in like a big onesie or whatever.
Oh, yes.
I think that was just
Is that the same? Similar?
It's the same script.
Same sketch, yeah. Oh, we just needed a sketch to go out on YouTube, and we probably just reused that old script. Is that, or do you mean like where did the original premise for that sketch come from?
Yeah, I just was curious. I mean, it's kind of different, as we shall say.
I know it wasn't me anyway.
No, I mean, geez, that sketch is like 13 years old, probably.
Yeah.
14 years. I don't know.
It was you guys.
It's just funny to imagine. I mean, it's still a great premise, really, that like, babies talk about their day as if it were The Office.
I still think that's a great joke.
Yeah.
I spent all day trying to get the square into the circle hole and try the triangle the notch, but I'm already way behind.
That's great.
It's a great joke.
Yeah.
I could see us doing that now. I don't even think it's too out of kilter.
And he's like, I'm fat, I'm bald.
Yeah,
I've got this, yeah. And I wet myself all the time. It's not a bad sketch at all.
It's pretty good. You know what? Maybe we should just re-release it. Do it again.
Yeah, it's pretty good.
Better sound, better cameras, and
it always
angles.
did well though, live.
That's funny. Yeah, they're good jokes.
It always did well. Like all of our stuff back then was probably just a bit long and a bit slow or something, but like
good jokes.
Jokes are there.
And greedy, throwing in jokes, off-game jokes about something completely off topic. But it's funny though. So
it worked on Tuesday. So let's do it for the rest of the run.
Yeah, that improv bit that worked once, man.
Yeah, because of the guy with the flowery t-shirt in the front row. Is there any way we could get a guy with a flowery t-shirt in the front? No, there isn't.
It's just I really enjoyed my night. Like I said, Greg really liked me.
Yeah. Wow.
Okay, next question for Foyle.
Oh yeah.
Oh wow.
I adore getting out of shape for Christmas, and I see a kind of theme in the live streams around food, and you love food analysis, and
That's true.
there was, I mean, you, of course, you suffered through your friends getting sick for the chili hour. We were all screaming milk and eat more, please. So, if that ever comes up again.
Yeah.
So I just was wondering if you...
Paul tried to kill me.
Actually, I think if you look back at the evidence, Hog tried to kill himself. A little bit. Enabled by me.
No one said stop. No one said stop.
Whatever, big dollops.
Yeah. Sorry, Barbara. What is it?
So the question is, whose idea was it to make you do that, or why? How did you come up with it? And did you get sick after you ate all that food?
Getting in shape for Christmas. No, it was donuts and everything. It was delicious.
Do you remember?
You had to eat butter.
Oh, did butter, lard, no butter.
It was so funny buying the stuff for that, buying the massive big blocks of cheese, and he's going through. So obviously you've got your fats,
Yeah.
starch. Yeah.
Well, the thing about that sketch was though, so that was like it was done like a faux advert for an Irish television
Yes.
station called the Big
Yeah.
RTE, right?
Yeah.
I was actually at that time doing the voiceovers for those shows on
Oh,
RTE,
yeah.
and I don't
Oh.
think I got many jobs from them after that sketch. But
I thought that sketch deserved a lot more than
Definitely,
it's
yeah.
a great
yeah.
premise. Yeah,
Yeah.
another good
Well,
premise.
We
Do you
still
think
use
we'll
that
see
joke.
more food on the live streams?
Yeah,
Yeah, definitely.
absolutely.
Well, I
Yeah.
think we've been sent
think-
some stuff from different countries. and
Mhm.
We've actually been hanging on to it for a while.
I was planning one thing for today.
Oh.
Part 3.
Okay, amazing.
Mm.
Wow.
Well, I know you did
Having pasta.
Vegemite versus Marmite. Arms did that, and then Hog did the fish, which was really a brilliant stream. I mean,
The
they're
fish
all
was
brilliant,
hilarious.
Oh, the fish, yeah,
the
yeah.
fish,
That-
yeah,
yeah.
and the beer. I mean,
Yeah.
the Bean Boozled one was good too.
Oh yeah,
That was the best. I thought that was the best
Yeah,
one.
I kind of enjoyed
Was-
it.
that was a bit of
hilarious.
crack. Yeah,
Yeah.
they were just so weird.
Yeah.
Mm.
So now I've got an analytical question for Hog.
Okay,
Oh, do you want me to field it?
analytical.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay, spell analytical. yeah, that's the question.
So
Fire away.
I watched the February filming of Swines, and those people in the audience were not very compliant. And Dorothy was especially non-compliant, right? She was resistant, in fact, to come up to the stage. And I just noticed that you were incredibly gentle with her. And I just wondered if you could talk about that a little bit, that sort of resistance that you got from her, and how, you tell her, get up for fuck's sake.
Oh, it's so
You
gentle.
did tell her that, but it was done in a nice, encouraging way. You made everybody clap, and it was, there was actually a real softness and a gentleness, I thought, dealing with her. And you managed to get her up there. I didn't think she was ever going to move, frankly. So I just wondered if you could talk about that. What's that like in that moment to work with somebody in the audience who's not really interested in getting up and moving?
Yeah, it's an odd one. It is an odd one. I suppose you kind of have to, at the back of your mind, know you gotta have an instinct for whether somebody is being genuinely resistant because they think, oh no, I can't do that because of my broken leg, or
Right.
they don't know about the broken leg. Well, when I get up, don't know about the broken leg. I can't get up on stage physically or something like that. No, I flat out don't want to do it. Don't make me do it. And I think you kind of need to know which is which. And then, so with Dorothy, then I think we needed to close off the show in some fashion. So then I was just, so I tried the soft sell. And then we're like, okay, yeah, but she wasn't flat out refusing, or maybe she was. And then I was like, yeah, throw it. I mean, I just went through the tools at my disposal to encourage her to get up, and it's down to her at the end of the day. And then her family were around, were encouraging her, so that gave me the all clear.
Yeah, that's a good point.
Then I knew, well, I'm not just harassing an old woman.
If her family wanted to do it, that means they know she can do it.
They know more than I do. So they know she could do it, and they know she will enjoy it if we do get her up to do something. So
best man on the job, eh?
Yeah. So yeah, there are a lot of cues you need to pick up on. And a lot of there's a lot going on at one particular moment, and you gotta make some tough judgment calls,
Yeah,
it's not exactly DEFCON 5 in the situation room, but if you gotta finish the show. There was a Welsh show where someone
don't remind me,
and
It's terrible.
we asked this person at the beginning of the show. Actually, we asked the general audience at the back who had bad seats because they're so far away, would they like to fill up the seats in the front?
Oh yeah.
And then this older woman, this older lady, she moved from the second row to the front row because that's a better seat.
Which would signal
Bit of
to
crack.
most performers that she wants to,
Be
be in the
included.
thick of it.
She's
at the
not-
very least.
She doesn't mind the attention at all.
No.
And But then as soon as we started talking to her, then she like, and she was giving lip as well. It was okay, you've bought into this. We're having a bit of fun here. And then after that, then when we kind of, you required her for that part of the show, because we've been talking to her and building her up as a character for the audience, and the audience doesn't know anyone else except her, maybe. She flat out refused, and I was like, really?
Yeah, and the problem is like when
you were given lip, and now you don't.
I know, and I think that's just so rare as well, where someone is like, really enthusiastic, moving up the front. Hey, look at me, and there's like, I won't do anything for you. Like that's so rare.
Yes, so rare. And I think in this particular instance, it was actually
career.
a selfish act on her behalf.
I think she's been stubborn. Then
she wanted her cake, and she wanted to eat it as well. I was like, what? Yeah. It's like the equivalent is like she came up on stage by herself to fuck around with the show. It disturbed it. We had to deal with it, sat down again, and then wouldn't do it something when we'd ask her to do.
Yeah,
that's
got
the
just the
equivalent
wrong
there.
personality.
Yeah,
but it's funny because as well. Yeah, it's funny because they kind of set the tone as well. Because other people look at that and they go, "Oh, if I hold out long enough." It's like it's like toddler training.
You set the example.
Like if you let them away with it or whatever, like so then the next person was like, no, and the person after that was like, no. It's just like,
there's a very easy psychological precedent there, because people will always do what's the easiest thing to do, and if someone else does it, why wouldn't you do it the same as them?
It's funny though, that kind of stuff. Like we would really notice in a show, but kind of afterwards, like nobody would mention it, and
it was the only bit of the show that's different for us, so we know exactly. It's the only bit that stands out to us. Everyone else is like, oh,
but they didn't. It would. I don't know. I mean, they're obviously missing something because it's more enjoyable when people are on board. But I don't think they really noticed. We knocked a bit of crack at her anyway. We called it the immovable object.
We gave
so
her
like then
I rinsed her at the end. Do you remember at the very end?
Oh yeah.
We were just summing up the show. There was only like a minute left, and she just left early to get out ahead of the crowd. And then as soon as she got up, it was like, I can't remember. I was on stage and someone was like, "You can move." And the audience the audience is loved it.
Yeah, we got she could beat the traffic. Like that sort of person who leaves the comedy show 2 minutes earlier to beat the traffic.
Yeah.
So what you're saying is you've got mad skills on dealing with audience members.
Yeah, but I think
mostly
we've learned a lot.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So on the April 8th live stream, Foil, you talked about, you were all talking about the various sketches you've done or the things that you've come up with in the past. And you mentioned a Robin Hood and insurance sketch.
Oh, yeah.
And I just wondered if you have, done Flag Bearer and you did Football Chants, which I absolutely adored. Would you consider doing the Robin Hood's Merry Men and the insurance sketch now?
I remember that one. That's good.
Yeah, it's a funny premise. No reason not to. I mean, you'd probably want insurance to come back into the news in a big way, and then hammer it out.
Yeah, kind of every summer it comes back into the news because all the festivals get refused insurance.
I suppose, or even on personal levels, like some sort of like car insurance crisis or business insurance, and then just Robin Hood trying to get all his men insured. That sounds really funny. Yeah, dealing with red tape and walking around with paperwork. Definitely be up for doing it. I mean, no reason not to.
So I wanted to ask Hog how you came about doing that brilliant piece with the birds that's on Patreon.
Oh yeah, the birds. Yeah, I was proud of that little one. Because that was fun. I literally was looking at birds out the window, looking for something to write about. And looked at birds and went, let's personify these dudes. And let's go through the various different birds. I can't remember so much of it now, right? To mind, but I remember I did all the voices and then just did a story of various different birds. It started with pigeons or something arguing.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
They're like, no, it was flight traffic control for birds. Like, I got it now. Yes, I'm remembering.
Yeah.
And that was fun. Yeah, flight traffic control, but for birds. Yeah, there you go. There's your premise.
For boys.
It writes itself. Come on.
Would you consider doing that again or doing more of that, or was that just a one-off?
Yeah, I suppose you could knock another one out of it, maybe with another kind of situation that everyone's familiar with when it comes to birds. So not taking not seagulls taking a sandwich, but something else maybe.
Do you know, it's
And
just
air traffic control that.
I've just been laughing there. It's just like Sean Flanagan's writing process. Step 1, name a place, object, or animal. Step 2, can I personify it? And it's fucking gold.
And what about your Kelly character? You have never gone back to that. And I honestly thought that was such a brilliant character.
Everyone thought it was something to do with Karen, and it wasn't. So we stopped. That was the, that was
No.
the
Oh,
plain
really?
answer to that. Yeah.
I loved it.
Everyone thought it was a political kind of a thing, and then it wasn't.
Oh,
And
like
it's
you
so
were doing
bad
like
timing.
every white woman ever or something. Yeah. But you weren't, yeah. Because that was an old idea.
Yeah.
Way before that.
Yeah.
Mm.
Yeah, because it started way before that. It's just about this absolutely tragic shoot herself in the foot woman who's very selfish and many different things.
Yeah.
And it just happens to be American.
It's bad timing, really.
Yeah, it was just bad timing. Everyone thought it was Karen, so then we had to kill it.
Yeah.
It's not.
And-
It's not what it was meant to be.
Arms, would you consider bringing Le Bullshot to the stage?
Oh, we've tried. Oh, we will.
We
I'm
did.
sure.
It used to be a stage
We
sketch.
we have options written.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It
used to be a
started.
stage sketch.
Did it start a stage or did
No,
it start?
no.
Oh, it started as at the cement mixer,
was it-
did
was
it?
Yeah, it started
Was
the
it-
cement
was
mixer.
that before it was the?
I'm
sketch
pretty.
on
Yeah,
stage?
yeah. About 2 years, I think.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay, cool.
Yeah, we've loads of
Lampshade.
loads of dumb ideas written for that. Some of them we end up like stealing every so often and putting into other kind of actor related sketches because it's all kind of blurring at the moment. But
We
yeah.
nearly brought it this year.
Yeah, I think it's
It's closer now.
it doesn't exist on film, so there's only really a few people who've ever seen it. So we could definitely put it in another stage show.
Yeah, for
Uh-huh.
sure.
And I was wondering, so in your November 4th, 2020 live stream, the fourth live stream, which is Foyle ran, which was the Q&A about your history. This was so long ago. But you said that you did a rough, raw table read of Squatters and that you would put it up on Patreon.
Oh yeah.
And I wondered if you would still consider putting that up on Patreon.
Yeah, if we still had it.
God, I was hungover that
Mhm.
day. God, I was absolutely.
Yeah, remember, yeah.
I could not see. I was so hungover.
This might have to be the last one. Just time wise to get the stream ready. But yes,
I think the script has changed so much now, and we're kind of going back and forth, and
yeah.
so I'm not sure.
Nice.
Not sure
It's nice.
about going back and rereading.
not rereading it, but if we had the original read, it'd be no harm now because it's
Pop it
out.
up, yeah.
Yeah, I think really with those table reads, to me anyway, is a kind of you film them when it's best when there's actors who don't really know, or maybe who've only read it themselves and haven't read it in the company of other people, and then you kind of get everyone together and everyone gets giddy. But when you've slaved over for like 2 or 3 weeks, it maybe, I don't know, maybe it doesn't seem as
Don't know.
maybe.
Don't know
Yeah.
Well, I guess we could try it.
if we have it.
Oh, it exists. Oh, you mean
the file? Does the file exist?
Oh yeah, don't worry. I have it
No,
somewhere.
Arm
Right.
saves everything. He saves absolutely everything. He is the keeper of all FAH secrets.
The FAHn archives. Yeah, I think I have it somewhere.
Imagine
Yeah.
if they got hands on all that stuff.
Yeah.
All right, so
Yeah.
I don't know if I can ask anything else, but
Yeah, I think we better
We need to
leg
set
it
up now,
because
yeah, 'cause
just
for the inevitable
if there's
technical
a
difficulties.
half an hour technical difficulties, then they'll be blaming us, and then we'll blame
Oh.
you. So
guess what? You guys just disappeared. So I guess there's technical difficulties on this recording.
Oh, really?
Yeah, we just ran out of
You
batteries.
just went black.
Yeah.
Okay, right.
Yeah. There you go.
Well,
Well, at least we got sound. Yeah.
okay.
It suddenly turned into a podcast.
Brilliant.
All right. Well, thanks so much,
All
Barbara.
right.
Nice
Thanks
chatting
so
to you.
much.
Barbara.
Take
Okay.
it easy.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye. Bye.
Bye. Oh my God. Oh dear. Stop recording.